Hi, friends. Last night, the Christmas in July party was extremely well attended. Students had a lot of enjoyment, and we continue to see God just bring about this spirit, this aroma from us just doing simple things that really connects at a deeper level with students. And as we thought about what God is revealing in them, I wanted to share this brief message with you because tonight I just trust that God's going to do something amazing again, and I'll forget about this. But to share with you that we shared a message last night, not only about Christmas carols and what it really looks like in Wisconsin when there's Christmas time and the snow is piled this high. But we shared the message out of Luke that an angel of the Lord brought this message that people shouldn't be afraid, that there is good news of great joy for all people. And that message that it's for all people has been resonating with us as we see people from different walks of life, different faith backgrounds, different cultures, different languages. And that message is for all of them. And what's amazing is being reminded that God did not send Isa, Jesus, Jesus, just for one group. But as we read the scriptures of the birth of Jesus in 5, 6 different languages last night, being reminded that Jesus came for all who speak those languages and many more. And what highlighted this point of, I think what students are experiencing is what is different about this message of love and of hope from Jesus, and the announcement that this is good news for all people was highlighted in one particular student who asked if we could read. This student came from Turkey, and so we had Turkish students there, but then we also had, in this case of this student, he's Kurdish. And if you know about the history between, in that area, Kurds and Turks usually are not getting along. Just, I'll put it that way. And just like in America, we have issues with different groups, whether it's political or social. It's tough to see love. And so when you get around a group of people that claim to follow Jesus, and you see people from all walks of life in unity and in harmony, sharing a message of love, that speaks volumes. And so I think that's what they're tasting. As this one Kurdish student last night came outside, and I met him outside alone, and he said, "Hey, could I have a light for a smoke?" And I obliged him. I said, "Yeah, here's a light." And he came back from that saying that his friend invited him. He didn't want to come tonight. And the reason why was because he had a couple beers before coming. And so he didn't feel like he could make it. And he almost started to tear up, and then gave me a hug and an embrace right into my chest, like he was one of my children. And he said, "I'm so sorry," because I asked some of the other men from Turkey if they could give me a light, and they said no, basically because he was Kurdish. And so he was feeling super small. He was feeling rejected. And what I said to him was that is not the message that we share. And I'm sorry that you were made to feel insignificant. But this message that we talked about, what we represent, is a God who says you are significant no matter where you are from, no matter what your background is, that the good news of Isa is for all. And he has shared some things too, that his family is Muslim, but he does not believe. He's searching, he's seeking answers. And I told him I appreciate that. I appreciate his honesty. And in sharing those things, he said, I don't know if I should have come, but my friend talked. And then he shared the story about having the beer. And I said, you know what, man? Jesus had friends like you. and he walked the earth, he had friends like you. And he said, really, like who? And I started to name some of his followers, some of the disciples, and it got me thinking just about the wide range of backgrounds that Jesus walked through with all of the different disciples that were zealots for Israel, religious zealots, uneducated fishermen, tax collectors, all of this eclectic people that as he was getting to be arrested, he said, I give you a new command, to love one another. And so I read this morning Jesus saying, my prayer is not for them alone. I pray also for those who will believe in me through their message, that all of them may be one. Father, just as you are in me and I am in you, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. I have given them the glory that you gave me, that they may be one as we are one. I in them and you in me. May they be brought to complete unity, to let the world know that you sent me and have loved me, even as you have loved me. And that message of unity is amazing, as we get a chance to show that whether you are a Kurd or you're a Turk, or you're from Mongolia or China or Taiwan or wherever there are other political differences, that we are all significant in the eyes of our Creator, and we are loved, and there can be a family, a unity. And my Nigerian friend laughed last week as I asked him about his faith walk, and he said, I can't believe that I get to be a part of a family from God who is around the world, and that I have brothers and sisters here, and we get to share life together and share in this hope. And so it's our hope that we can continue to show this oneness, this unity, with our different backgrounds and different walks of life. And I would pray, my hope is that God would continue to draw other missionaries who look different from me, who are much smarter than me, who speak different languages as their heart language than me. Join us in praying that God would bring about a creative, eclectic mix of followers that are different from Becky and I, and who are here with the hope of showing God as the unifier, as the lover of all people. I just wanted to share that with you about what happened last night, and also just to document it, to keep these students in prayer as they wrestle with the world's hurts, and to show that there is a healer. Thanks for praying, guys. Thanks for your support.